Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Parenthoot. I am Neha, and this is a space where we have honest, thoughtful conversations about parenthood. Not just the joyful moments, but also the uncertainties, the doubts, the resilience, and the growth that comes with raising children while trying to build meaningful lives. Every week on Parenthood, I sit down with parents who bring very different experiences to the table. Some journeys are smooth, some are complicated, and many, perhaps most, are a mix of both. Today's conversation is about a parenting journey that asks for deep patience, relentless love, and a kind of courage that grows quietly over time. I am joined today by Aparna Sinha, a best selling author and the founder and CEO of Fabulinus. Aparna is also the mother of 10-year-old Zayan and partner to Vishal Makhija, CEO of CPrompt. Aparna describes her parenting journey as one filled with ups and downs. There are days when she feels she is doing a wonderful job as a mother, and there are days when self doubt creeps in. But through it all, she says one thing has remained constant. She has never stopped working for her child and showing up for him. Today, we are going to talk about her journey raising Zayan, who is on the borderline of the autism spectrum, and the many layers that come with parenting a neurodivergent child, the learning, the advocacy, the confusion, the victories, and the quiet moments of pride that often go unseen. Aparna, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to Parenthood.
So glad for having me. Thank you so much.
Let's begin with you. If you had to describe yourself using just three words or phrases that capture who you are, what would they be?
Resilient.
Mm-hmm.
First, I am very resilient. So I go down, but I move up. So I think that is there for all of us, all mothers, all human being, most of us, for
Yeah.
that matter. That I'm strong. I'm very strong. So you are resilient. You have to be very strong
Yeah.
to believe in yourself, to not listen to people around you. I'm sure if there are any neurodivergent mothers listening to me, they would relate that when you have such child, there is a societal pressure. There are people who talk about you, talk about your child, and talk about your parenting. But then you have to take your ground. You have to stand your ground, and you have to say, no, what I'm doing is best for myself, for my child. And even when you go deepest in the abyss, you can actually jump up. So for that, you have to be very strong, mentally and physically. Physically, you also have to be very strong. So yes, I'm very strong. And third, I'm very, this is what I keep saying to everyone, that I'm very empathetic. I'm a writer.
Mm.
You have to
Mhm.
empathize. So I do observe, I do listen to you, I do read between the lines, I do listen more than what's said, I do look in the eyes. So I'm very empathetic. I do notices small changes in in the attitude, in the temperament, and I see more than, and I hear more than what is said. So these are the
Wow.
three qualities.
Wow. Wow. And tell us a little about your family. Who makes up your family?
So right now we are that typical nuclear family. So it's my husband, like you've mentioned, and my son and myself. We live in Gurgaon, and then I come from an academician family. My father was head and dean faculty of law, University of Allahabad, and
Wow.
he was also a president award winner. My mother equaled record of Sarojini Naidu as the youngest graduate
Wow.
and postgraduate. So, and she has also authored 50 odd books. My father had
Wow.
authored books that had won him national prize and national award. My brother is a lawyer, an accomplished lawyer, and Mumbai is accomplished corporate lawyer. My sister is a gold medalist and professor of chemistry. So I come from a highly accomplished family.
Yeah.
Highly accomplished. So the pressure to be good is there. So from there you get these qualities of being resilient. So there is no option of giving up in my family. You have to continuously show up. You have to be very good in whatever you do.
Yeah.
You can't just be a mediocre.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us about your partner, Vishal. How did the two of you meet and how has your relationship evolved over time, especially with parenting?
So, oh, it's been long because Vishal and I, we are together for almost 20 years now.
Wow.
So, yes. And Vishal and I, we met through a coaching institution in Allahabad. So, we both come from Prayagraj, Allahabad. And we both used to go there for this MBA coaching, which was, and he saw me there and he thought that, there's somebody who could speak good English in Prayagraj. And there was nobody like me that, and then he heard about my background and all. He's like, oh my God, I come from a business class family, so for us values are not important, for you values are important. And then he started pursuing me. And then when we both were quite settled, when he thought that he should uh, talk to me and propose me. And then instead of talking to me, he went over to my family and
Wow.
he told me that I want to marry you. I said, but I'm not looking for a fling. That time I said, I just don't want this boyfriend. I'm focused on my career. So if you want, it has to be something permanent. Would you talk to my parents? And most of the guys said, no. He said, I'm so determined to spend my life with you, to raise my child with you, then I'm going to talk to your parents. And he went and he spoke to my parents, and my parents found no apparent problem in him because he's also a merit list holder. He's qualified. He was a pass out from Narsi Munji, and he's done his Aditya Birla leadership program. That at that time it was most sought after leadership program, and then he was settled in Shanghai.
Hmm.
So earning well, settled, and decent guy. My parents said yes. What's the problem? So he comes from a Punjabi business class family, and I come from we are kayast and we are academicians. So two different words. And
Yeah.
whatever you see in the movies, those goof ups and those laughters, it happened with us as well. And
Wow.
then, then then we married and we decided to have child a little late because both of us, we were focused on our career.
Yeah.
And Zayan came into a being. And I keep saying that, that for parents of special kids, even like my son is in borderline. So most of the people of the society, they think, okay, there's no problem, but there is the problem which only my husband and I can see, because
Hmm.
we don't think at that moment. We are not thinking at those 4 hours or 5 hours where my son is behaving properly. We are looking at him as a complete personality who's going to be in the world after 10 years.
Yeah.
So we think ahead.
Yeah.
So then, of course, there were challenges. First of all, we didn't understand what's happening, because the borderline. If you want, I can just explain
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
how
Please.
it is. So how my son is borderline, because my son had speech,
Hmm.
had conversation, but it was limited.
Hmm.
Have behaviors, but limited.
Hmm.
Right. The spectrum is not linear.
Hmm.
Spectrum is like a spiral. It's a complex spiral.
Hmm.
And my son fits certain areas and does not fit many. So he had to be put in the borderline because he can function at certain, like function like a normal kid most of the time, and then at many times he's unable to do so.
Hmm.
So for the society, it it was like parenting mistake,
Hmm.
because they cannot understand that there's a difference between he can't and he will not.
Yeah.
The society, even your parents, even my parents, even Vishal's parents, they were unable to understand he can't. He is not doing it. He is not writing properly because he can't.
Hmm.
His muscles are not that. His fine motors is not that developed. Versus he will not do it. And that only a mother and father can understand. Okay,
Yeah.
यहाँ पे ये गड़बड़ कर रहा है because he is unable to coordinate.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not doing it because he wants to escape. So we
Yeah.
only know that. And there are, of course, there's while raising him, there were to raise a child when there's so much noise outside, and you both of us were taking stand. "Nahi, this is how we have to go. This is how we have to go." The biggest sacrifice my husband had made is he wasn't living with us. We stopped staying to like he is staying in a different separate house at times. Right now he is in Hyderabad because earlier Vishal used to travel a lot. So
Yeah.
whenever he used to come back home, son's entire routine behavior would change.
Yeah.
So what is the solution when Vishal is around here and he's not traveling? So we decided that okay, he had to take a separate room. So he started staying in a separate small room. He's not staying with us that time. Right now he's in Hyderabad. We are not together because I he had to do it. We have to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because like we keep saying this, like one day when Zayan would talk and would behave normally, then these sacrifices will matter. At times, of course, he's lonely, he's alone, and he had two heart attacks, and he's in pain. At times, he needs a family. I need his support, but we both took that he more he of course sacrificed more in that aspect that he decided to not stay with us and stay alone just so my son's routine does not get disturbed. Even
Yeah.
when he's around, we so stick to our routines. Like even when he's around. So right now, like 8 o'clock, my son goes to bed. When my son goes to bed, the entire house needs to be quiet. The entire house.
Hmm.
There should not be even a pin drop silent at that time, right? So my husband had to go. So if my son has to go at 8 o'clock, by 7:55, my husband would go down in the
Hmm.
garden. Wait, मच्छर काट रहे हैं, but वो नीचे खड़ा है, wait कर रहा है. When my son would go in his room, we lock the door. I give him a missed call, and then he walks up.
Hmm.
So these are the, that is how difficult or different neurodivergent parenting is from a normal parenting. It calls for lots of sacrifices, lots of patience from both of us, both the parents. Many a times I say that many a times people do say that mothers, because mothers they don't give up. Mothers they
Yeah.
don't give up. But it's also equally the sacrifices, the perseverance of the father, from paying the bills because it is not less for it is in fact 10 times the cost of raising a normal child.
Yeah.
From uh, from accepting the fact that okay, the wife will not going to earn, so he said stop earning, stop worrying about anything, stop doing anything. For 5 years I did nothing. So he took the financial burden. Otherwise, it was sort of divided.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
how it is. But somewhere we both matured as a couple, as a family. My husband and I, we are, I think, stronger
Yeah.
than what we were before the child.
Yeah. Yeah. But tell me, Aparna, at what point did you begin to notice that Zayan's development journey might be a little different?
Mm. I'll tell you. So, Sun didn't show apparent signs, right? He was like, okay, he's talking. His milestones were all there. There was no problem. But as a mother, we are the warrior and we are the warriors. I started seeing those signs. I thought that maybe he's not understanding. When he's looking at me and I'm asking him to do something, a mother can sense. I thought maybe he's not understanding what I'm talking. And then of course there was TV. Of course there was screen time. And then I started blaming the screen time. And everybody around me, they blamed the screen time because I hit the postnatal and I
Yeah.
postpartum depression,
Postpartum
and then
depression.
yeah, postpartum depression, and then uh, a maid raised him sort of, and the maid introduced she said that everybody does that. Why are you not doing it? You don't know. You don't want to feed your child. Stuff like that. Manipulated me into giving him screen. And somehow he got dependent on it, and I got dependent on him for 10 months.
Yeah.
10 months is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Maybe that happened. We do not know. We do not
Yeah.
know. But then he stopped that, that I thought that he's conversing a little less. He's talking. He's talking. He's like, he would look at you, he would give you an eye contact, and he would say, "Hi, mama." Inside the home, it was like that. When I sent him to school, the school also said that there are signs, but it doesn't look like to me an autism or something. Why don't you get him checked? Now, here where we were wrong, and here both of us we sort of advocate for us to have a community, for us to talk about it openly, and then we started talking about it openly that how we were cheated. So the pediatrician, she referred some OT. Now, I'm telling you, mothers and parents of neurodivergent kids. So when you hear this word for the first time, right? When you hear this word autism, you're like, what is this? What is this? And then immediately both the parents would start studying about it, and internet is full of it. The anxiety would get in, and then I do not know what to do. I depended on my pediatrician, right?
Yeah.
What are the therapies and all? So I went there, and they said, when I went there, they said, "Oh, your child is very smart." Of course, he's borderline. He still is borderline. So your child is very smart, and we'll do it in a month, 1 month. We just need to teach him certain things. And I do not even know if I was doing whatever I was doing. So apparently at that time, whatever I was doing the right thing. But they didn't tell me. They said, "You were wrong. Let us teach him." And when they get hold of a child, they do not let him go. Then they say, "No, no, no, he needs this therapy, then this therapy." And then with every passing month, whatever my son was speaking, whatever, like he used to make eye contact, and he would wave at you, and he would greet you, and he would tell you about his stuff, Mama shoes utarna hai, Mama potty aaya hai. And but he was 3 years. So for 3 years, it was less conversation, but
Yeah.
it was not zero conversation.
Yeah.
It became zero.
Wow.
Zero.
Wow.
He stopped talking. He stopped talking. Then again, panic hits us. Like, what's happening? Then too many people, too many noise, too many, things. And when you are sitting with the actual where the child is severely in the severe side of spectrum, and then they are telling it is like that, and there are so many noises. You do not know what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
Then you go from one therapy center to another therapy center, and then it is a loop, and you are already in that vulnerable business. You are part of that vulnerable business where these houses, they are sucking you. But then you get good people. I said, not everybody's bad. Then we found people who gave us hope. Then we found people who told us, where we are wrong, and how to go about it, the things that we can do. And that's how we slowly built up on that. We took him to the right therapy. Right now he's not going for any therapies. I don't send him for therapies. That is not that I'm going to say that please do not send. Early interventions are good. Go see a therapist. Go see right therapist. Take your children to right therapist, but just do not take your kid to any therapist or any psychologist that is mentioned. Please be very aware. Ask 100 questions, and then only you can take because they take, because that's been our learning. Our first 6 7 months actually destroyed Zia. We
Hmm.
had to start from zero again. Then it was COVID. Again, we every time we are starting from zero. It was very, very difficult. So now he's 10.
Hmm.
Now, if so, we are like, okay, stay wherever you are. We've been to Hyderabad. We're like, okay, stay wherever you are. If he started showing, progress, then we stay. Whatever we are doing, we stop. Whatever my husband say, I'm not going there, not celebrating the Holi like we used to celebrate. We're not going out for vacation. We're not even, the we follow this one routine where my son starts showing signs of progress. So that is how it is.
Yeah. 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 Tell me, Aparna, receiving or exploring an ASD related diagnosis for a child can be an emotional and complex experience for parents. How was it for you personally, like as a mother, as a human being, to know that your child has some issue which is, out of ordinary? How was it for you? What did you do? How did you deal with that?
Oh, it breaks you. It breaks you, and nobody can say that. No, I just accepted it, and I was like, okay. But it breaks you when you hear these words. Okay, he might have, and for days I cried. For days I cried. I'm like, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, and to know about something that it is not a disease. I'm not going
Yeah.
to give him. I won't give him medicine, and he'll be cured. It's not a disease. It is something that's going to stay with him for all his life. He just have to learn to manage it. That
Yeah.
there are so many things that I teach and I still not know, because when he'll grow old, he'd learn to mask it.
Hmm.
You learn to mask it, right?
Yeah.
You would not show because you want to be accepted by the society so much that you learn to mask it. So most of these borderline or mildly autistic kids, they are super intelligent. The brain is different, and they learn to mask it. What happens is they are hurt deeply. So as a mother, to know that he'd be hurt and he may not tell me. There'd
Hmm.
be there'd be kids making fun of him, humiliating him, and he'd be hurt, and he would still not tell me because he think that it's normal, or maybe the problem is in him, because that is, it breaks your confidence. So I was thinking at that deep psychological level, and I was devastated. Then again, both of us, we were like, no, we are not going to, sit and mop. We will not be sad about it. There are people there. It's just that the brain thinks different. My brain also thinks different. I do talk to flowers, and I could write books, and I have a good IQ. He has good, and his IQ is exceptional. So his IQ is exceptional. It's just that he is unable to converse like you and I. That's
Yeah.
the only problem. And if you would see, if people do see my son, meet him, and there's nobody can say that, okay, there is a problem. And that is, in fact, is a very, I don't know if it is a blessing or a curse, because most of the people, they are like, you don't know, you're not doing the right thing,
Yeah.
because most of the kids are like that. So he's for formative years gone like that only. People doubting us. Then
Hmm.
most of the kids are like that. You're sending him to therapies. That's wrong, because we sent him to therapies. That's why he's able to manage his
Hmm.
emotions, his behaviors. So it is like that.
Yeah.
We were broken, but we were not hopeless. We are never hopeless.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. And tell me, how did your understanding of autism as a as an as a thing, for the lack of a better word, this whole world of autism evolve as you learned about Zayan's needs and how he's progressing, and over the years, how has it evolved?
So when you first read about it, all the parents I know, all the mothers, when you first read about it, when you first hear this word, you feel like you are cursed. It is, because for you, your child is everything. The moment it happens, for you, your child is everything. For society, he's branded, he's marked. And what is the word? What is the word that he's marked? He is called pagal.
Yeah.
Correct. I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
And the moment you realize that reality hits you, you are done. You're done for. Very rarely, parents, they understand what is happening.
Yeah.
What is happening right inside the brain? What happened is, and it can happen too, and it is happening to better of us, all of us. We are our brain, right? The brain in the autism, it is not same as the neurotypical brain. Certain uh, certain actions, certain commands, they do not reach. So if you would study, and once again I urge all the neurodivergent people to go. and understand and look at the anatomy of the brain and understand where, the memory and the speaking, the part of the brain that is responsible for speaking, conversation, that is responsible for language. They're so close. A little problem in the, like I keep saying, a problem in the wiring, और खटाक से वो connection गड़बड़ हो गया. The moment that connection is lost, right, the brain would think differently. And
Hmm.
we have to understand it at that, like that only, that our brain, like, is not thinking the same as an autism brain, right? A certain area is getting more command, certain area is not getting that much, right? If it is getting more command, suppose you would be overstimulated, right?
Hmm.
I can hear to certain decibel, or I can hear certain voices, right? An autism brain, because that is getting more command, it is hearing a lot more noises from the environment. And if you could hear, like right now, if we two are talking and I'm talking, and my brain is also going up in, like, the sound of the fan, and my focus then becomes the sound of the fan. My focus then becomes that beep of the car that passed by. Then for me to concentrate to what you are saying becomes difficult,
Yeah.
right? So when this happens, what you can do, you can train your brain. You can only train your brain.
Hmm.
Train your brain to not think, because human brain is amazing. Things it can achieve, things it can do, no other animal can do right now. That's why we are on top of the chain. So when we train the autism brain to listen to what Neha is saying, or to whatever conversation is happening, we can help them.
Yeah.
What happens is that parents, they don't understand. We don't,
Hmm.
because we're not trained. We are also not trained. We are
Yeah.
also, nobody has told us about that. Nobody has told us about that. Nobody's told that it can be trained, right? What do we get? What did I get? When my son was 3, and they said that no, only and only therapy can do it. What therapy can do? Therapy can help you, stronger your brain. And then there was no clear explanation. Help your child speak. Will help. Will make you speak. Will make him speak. But that is not I wanted. I
Hmm.
just do not want my son to speak. I want my son to be a part of this world, to
Yeah.
be accepted in this world.
Yeah.
For however he is, he
Yeah.
should be accepted in this world.
Yeah.
And that is what I wanted him to do. So to like, if I may, there is a book by Temple Garden, right? So if you know, so she has said about, like, how different my brain thinks from a neurotypical brain, and how I can train. A small step, small words, and just be regular, be consistent about it. That is what I have learned about autism, like,
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me know if I stray, because I had too many things to talk about
No, no, no,
autism,
no.
and I just want to stop. Just let me know if I get strayed a little.
No, but this is really helpful. But tell me, Aparna, were there moments when things started to make suddenly they started to make sense for you?
Oh, yes, of course. Can you come a little closer? Because I think your
Yeah.
voice get feeble. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's fine.
And now it is fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you just,
Yeah. So
you said that there are, huh?
I was asking you, were there moments when things suddenly started to make sense for you?
Yes, yes, of course, of course. Uh, such child, they come for a purpose in your life that I have accepted. He, I keep saying, without saying a single word, he has changed me. He's made me into a different person, a better person for that matter, right? Better spiritually, I am better as a person. We both, my husband and I, we both are a much better person than we were 10 years back. And yes, then, when you are aware, when you have the knowledge of what is happening, not only in this only in the scientific terms, when you connect everything cosmologically, at the spiritual level, and you start seeing the rational behind of it all, then
Yeah.
of course everything starts to fall in place. Okay, this happened because I needed to be in line. I needed to be a better person, not a smoker anymore. Not as 5 years of no smoking, not a smoker, not no bad habits. Green tea, see, green tea. A green tea, waking up at 5 o'clock, being a better version of yourself, more empathetic, much calmer, much patient, like this, a lot of patience to raise a child, empathetic towards everybody, So we become better in that way, and for son also, because now we have the knowledge of what has happened in his what's happening. There were people who supported us. There were therapies that we did who opened our mind. People who sat with us, counseled us,
Yeah.
what's happening with your child, what's happening in his brain, and how you too can help, what you too can do. And then, of course, when you have the knowledge, and when, of course, there are signs from the above, things do start to fall in place. They start making sense, and then you start working towards better of it. For us, it was 2022.
Hmm.
So 2022, we both were confused. So by it was my son was almost what, 6 years.
Hmm.
We didn't know. But in 2022, we put stop to, okay, we are not going to listen to the noise around us. We're not going to listen to the society that we are not raising him better, or we are doing things wrong. We'll do things which is best for my son. So
Hmm.
we didn't throw a grand party for his 10th birthday. He liked to go to Disneyland. So we both decided, okay, in that money we can take him, we can spend as much as we want in Disneyland. And then we went to Disneyland. So we 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 become very focused about our child. We stopped listening to people. That's
Yeah.
what we did.
Yeah.
People, therapists, anybody confusing us, because we are seeing, we both of us, we breathe him.
Hmm.
We know what he is. My husband said, okay, see, this is what he wanted. Now see how he's manipulating us. We notice that. So yes, now we are. It is better for us. Touch wood. We
Yeah.
are we're
Yeah.
making progress. He's making progress.
Yeah. Yeah. And today, like, where do you feel you are in your parenting journey?
Oh, learning. And you'd ask me when I'd be 70, I'd say learning. I don't think so. Any parent would say, Ki, no, we figured it out. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know when the next googly will come. I don't know how where to how to hit that ball. So we're still learning, but we are much more aware than what we were.
Hmm.
So, in that way, it has given us a lot of confidence, a lot of power. The
Hmm.
knowledge for us is the power. So, it has given us a lot of power, a lot of confidence on us as a parent.
Hmm.
To talk about it. For first and the foremost thing is we started talking about it.
Yeah.
For the initial few years, we didn't talk. We were not. We were like every other parent. We were trying to hide it under the wraps. And no, that's how my son is, and I'm accepting him the way he is.
Yeah.
I would want the world to change. I
Yeah.
would want the world to accept him. But if they're not accepting him, so what?
Yeah.
So what? So that is how we have evolved.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned that sometimes you feel like you're doing a great job as a parent, and other times you feel that you might be failing. Can you talk a little about that emotional tug of war that many parents actually experience?
Every see, neurodivergent parents especially, like I do say that, and to the point of meltdown, to the point of our breakdown, when you are progressing and son is, you start talking and he is behaving properly, and then few things happen, and then he's a small change of changing the floor from fourth to fifth, and it turned out to be such that my son's behavior completely changed, and he's unable to adjust, and he cannot talk. And he wants to talk, and he's just not talking. And then and then he would not sleep for 6 7 months. So 6 7 months or 4 5 hours of sleep, that does take to, it would take toll on me because I'm also awake. It's
Mm.
not that I'm sleeping and my son is awake, because I can do that, because touchwood, my son doesn't, he would not disturb me. He would not disturb my husband. He would stay quiet. He would stay awake. So, and as a parent, to know that your son is awake, he's awake because something is troubling him and
Mm.
he's awake.
Yeah.
And then you are awake also. But
Yeah.
then it does take toll. It take toll on him, it takes toll on me. He would be cranky. He just doesn't know that, okay, maybe I'm not, because maybe I want to have, I want screen to soothe me. I can't give him screen to soothe him. That is, it's not good for him. And then he doesn't know what to do. He cannot talk. He doesn't have friends. So we just, it's such a bad phase and the darkest phase. And there've been time, not only in my life, I'm sure, because I am telling you, my son shows very few behaviors, right? Very few behaviors that are unacceptable or is problematic. But I know parents and I know kids behavior, extreme behaviors, extreme hyperactivity, right? And I know how difficult it is. And I know the darkest of the thoughts that you can think of do come in my mind. And I have seen parents taking those drastic steps. I have seen a mother in Noida who had jumped off with her 11-year-old from the 11th building, 11th floor,
Wow.
if you know, right? I have seen a mother, and people were calling that mother all sorts of names, because the child was, she herself was a doctor, and child was in spectrum, and a girl child in spectrum. So she threw her off the railing. And then they said that, the mother is evil incarnate and something like that. So I know what was going in her mind. She would not be forever with that child, right? What will happen then? A girl child, a woman child with a disability, with a mental disability, woman child, a girl child who cannot understand well. She might not be able to protect her even now because she cannot be with her 24/7. Any man, any pervert can do whatever they want. The woman snapped one day. 5 years. After 5 years, she must have snapped. It's like, okay, I would rather throw that girl out of the balcony than to see her being, you know, her sanctity being violated by somebody. So there are so many things that it just puts you in the darkest of phase. Uh, you would want to do things that you have to just stop yourself. And I'm not saying that I'm the only one. Every parent who is in this journey, they must have thought about the worst thing that is there, right? To end it all. That is how bad, that is how overwhelming it gets sometimes,
Yeah.
but then we don't do that. We are
Yeah.
human being, and we don't, and I trust my child so much. So that is bad, and then when it is good, it is good. When
Yeah.
it is good, it is great. When it is bad, it is awful.
Yeah. So in those times, Aparna, like in those times of darkness and awfulness, how how do you navigate that? How do you remain I should not say calm, but how do you gain that kind of, sanity? How do you maintain your sanity?
So first, at that time, like I also advocate this, that if there is a movement, like if something is troubling me, I am overwhelmed, right? I have accepted that I have right. It is
Mm,
okay to be overwhelmed.
yeah,
This happened. I haven't slept in like 6 months. My brain, there is excess amount of cortisol is there, stress hormone.
yeah,
There is no dopamine. My brain is supposed to feel that way. I accept that first. Acceptance is there. I cry. I cry. I do not cry in front of my son, but I do cry. I talk to people, right? And then I start to find safety. I start to find when it is going to, will it ever get better? And there are times that I'm like, okay, it's not going to get better. 2025, not very long ago. 2025 was a very difficult year, right? Also because of the cosmic, planetary. You may not believe it, but when you go through very bad phases, you tend to believe in everything. So
Mm.
the planetary positions were such that 2025 was a very difficult phase for many people. 2025 was a difficult year. So when I was in that phase, uh, first I accept whatever it is. I accept my emotions. I'm feeling bad. I have right to feel bad, and I'm not going to overstress myself to make it better. I let that be. I
Yeah.
let that be. I heal. I take my time. I heal. I write. So I do write. So I write. And second is, so when you have such things, whenever you are so overwhelmed, brain seeks safety.
Mm.
So you have to have, so it's not only about my son. So I also try to be very disciplined about my routine, about whatever I'm doing, following a right diet, eating the right things. Because when the things are bad, it is bad. It is worse because even your diet will not work. You, you continue to diet and your weight will continue to shoot up. So you can't do anything about it. But I do not stop. And I journal. I journal. I imagine, okay, today it is bad, it's going to be okay. And
Yeah.
eventually, at times, it takes forever. Eventually, you start to, heal. And I don't feel shy about, not speaking out.
Yeah.
Okay, I am overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because this is happening. And I'm
Yeah.
crying and I'm sad and I don't know when it is going to get better, but I'm not going to put, pressure on myself.
Yeah.
कि आज ही सही करना है मुझे नहीं करना है it
Yeah.
is bad let me take it so that is how I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And Aparna, you talked about routines and you talked about, the like how, like clockwork, your life moves. So, what does a typical day in your life look like?
Oh, morning 5 o'clock, 5:30. I wake up and I starts with meditation, and uh, meditation part is not is less in the morning because I do a longer meditation at night. That time I let go of my whatever baggages I had. So I meditate like I think about God. It's not the typical meditation, and I then plan my day. I plan my day in the morning. This, and then I wake up and then I go for a walk. Then again, I clear my head. So I focus on my uh, mental wellness a lot.
Yeah.
That is what is going to keep me going. That is what is going to affect my physical well-being as well. So then I go for a walk, then I send my child to school after like entire. So it takes a lot of time. So he goes there, and then I come back. Then I start to work on my uh, I divide my day. So for few hours I work on my book every day. Then few hours I work on this corporate whatever the trainings that we do. Then I work like that and I divide. Then I take my son. So whenever I'm with my son, then my phone is off, my laptop is off. So for most of the time my phone is off. You would also send me messages and I don't have. Then then I find a little break. So from right now, so now the school timings have come down to 12:30 because exams are going on. So 12:30 he's back home. By 1:30 he's back home. So from 1:30 to 6:30, I give him a few minutes to few not few minutes, almost an hour to enjoy whatever he wants he can do. Then I sit with him, like either I am teaching him language, or I'm working on his OT, or just spending time with him, just conversing. Then at 6 o'clock, I take him out again.
Mhm.
So the timing is 6 o'clock, 6:05. It is not like 6 का जगह 5:30 चलेंगे, नहीं, 6 o'clock. We go there at 6 o'clock. So we go out at 6 o'clock. Then I take him out for long walks. Morning also I take him for walk. So he also go for a walk with me. So evening then we go for walk. We run around in the park and swings and all sorts of things. Then we come back at 6:30. 6:30, 7 o'clock. Now it is 7 o'clock because it is still morning. So as the day sets in, we come back. So we come back now at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, exactly at 7 o'clock. I at times I do not even go to the washroom. At 7 o'clock, I take him again back to studies. So then we study till 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, exactly sharp at 8. 8 o'clock, it is dinner times. A little, actually, a little before 8 because 8:15 we now wrap everything up. So a little before 8, he sits for his dinner. I sit for my dinner. We finish our dinner by 8:15. The night has ended for us. 8:15 sharp.
Yeah.
So that means the day is over. TV off, noise off, everything off, and then we give him like we prepare for the nighttime routine. Nighttime routine is also long. So you see, right now, I spend most of the time with my son, and my work life is only till the time he is in the school. So
Yeah.
if he was till 2:30, 2:45. So I was working till 2:45. Now he is there till 12:30. I will work only till 12:30.
Yeah.
And after that, there is no work at all. Like
Yeah.
whatever it is going to be like this, like I'm talking, that where the phone is hidden and I'm talking and I'm still doing and I'm still playing with him and doing certain things. Then
Yeah.
from 8, then I put in, then that's a night routine is also long. There are certain activities that we do every day, which includes AOT, which includes meditation with him. He also meditate a little bit, and then pressure, and then we some language, and then we both sleep. A small story, tickle time, and then we both sleep. So he sleeps, of course, by 9 o'clock. I take another from 9 o'clock to 10:30. Then I look at all the emails and I reply to the emails and I finish my work. By 10:30, I also go to bed. So that
Wow.
is how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
Aparna,
just that it is. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Vishal lives away and you are managing, Zan on your
Hmm,
own mostly. But
hmm.
is there a village? Like, what does your village look like?
I am the village.
Hmm.
There is no village. Don't let anybody fool you. There is no village. You are the village. You are going to raise your child, and you over the year maybe you find some passerby or somebody around your village who may give you some company. Like I'm good that I have helps who help me around the household chores. Otherwise, it is very difficult to do everything. Otherwise, no. You are the village. Every mother, especially if you are a neurodivergent. There's something I want to tell you now that you have raised an interesting topic about having a village to raise a child. For neurodivergent parents, they are actually alone. They are isolated from the society. We don't go out for birthdays. We don't go out for parties. We have our own world, our own bubble. We live in that, and that is our village. I was very happy about it. There's a छोटा सा village है, but अच्छा village है ना? Now we have realized that everything is us.
Hmm.
It's my husband and I. Who is going to my husband? Well, one of the days, very recently, I was in Hyderabad. We were in Hyderabad together, not 2, 3 weeks back. We were in Hyderabad, and my husband had a very bad toothache. You know,
Hmm.
like his entire jaws, his face was swollen, and I know that toothaches are bad. They're hard. And then my son said, "No, I have to go to amusement park, Daddy." Poor thing. He's like, "Okay, let's go to It took lots of medicine. It's like, okay, let's go to, and it's not like, I know that he's like, oh no, let's go to amusement park, but he's like, yay, let's go to amusement park. I think he's excited, or he's showing his excitement to him as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I keep telling my son, you need to appreciate. He's in pain and he's going, and I do tell him that. But that is how it is. जो हम कर सकते हैं वो कोई नहीं कर सकता, especially for a neurodivergent, because he is acceptable till there is no meltdown.
Hmm.
Nobody has seen his meltdown. Whenever there's meltdown, he is accepted by the society. He is accepted by the society till there is a sensory issues, and he is just, then the society is like, okay, I don't know what is he doing? Why is he doing like that? Right? He's accepted till he doesn't have the urge that he cannot control. We know that, okay, he's got this urge to mix things, or maybe to, for the sensory play or something. Nobody else would understand. We're like, okay, let him do it. And everybody else like, oh, वो क्या गंदगी फैला रहा है भाई? The
Yeah.
urge, they cannot stop their urges. Now he
Yeah.
can, he's a grown up, but when he was young, he could not. So I said that we neurodivergent people, we are very alone. We are just three of us or four of us or whatever. That family remains, that nucleus remains. Everybody else, they go away. So there is no village, no
Hmm.
proverbial village. We are alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
And talking of that, it's kind of you busted a myth in a big myth in that sense. What are some of the other myths or misconceptions about autism or neurodivergence that you wish more people understood?
First, like I keep saying, cannot be cured.
Hmm.
ये कोई बीमारी, this is not a small pimple that will go away. It
Yeah.
will stay for the life.
Yeah.
ठीक है? तो इसमें there is nothing to be discouraged. There's nothing to be discouraged. Your child's brain think different. That is it. Accept that. He is not thinking like you and I. So what? So what? There are musical geniuses. They do not think like us. They see rhythm. You can't see the rhythm in smallest of thing. You cannot see the rhythm in this fan. That he could, he might, right? The richest person, he said that he is in the spectrum disorder. In fact, I'll tell you, most of the people who are very creative, geniuses, their brain thinks different. And if you would put them now, the kind of criteria we have right now for the spectrum, so they will also fall in there. Even Bill Gates said that looking at the criterion right now, I might also fall in that spectrum. So because they have to, your brain have to think different to achieve something different. So it cannot be cured. Just let go of thought. Not every therapy is for your child.
Hmm.
This is also, most of the parents are like, let's do this. And your child, specific therapies are for your child, and you have to understand your child. Second. Third, this is the most important. I keep forgetting. Do not force your child into doing something. He cannot. He cannot. There is this thing on तारे ज़मी पे जिसमें कि वो Japanese पढ़ा रहा है. Please, if you do not understand, parents, please understand that your child cannot even process what you are trying to teach. Do not force. Do not force any therapy that is forcing your child to do a particular task is a wrong therapy. Your child should be smiling in the therapy. Your child should not be made to sit in a, that contractual chair, that strange chair that bound him, make him force him to sit, and is continuously crying. Nothing is going in his head. Crying is not going to work. Like therapy centers and parents, please respect your child. Please love your child. Don't force into the hands of therapists who are making him cry.
Yeah.
A good therapy does not mean crying, because
Yeah.
that is what therapists have told me. They say that he or she is crying. because that is inconvenience. And I'm telling you, I'm saying this, and there are people who tell, no, that is how it is. It is not like that. A
Hmm.
good therapy is not that he is inconvenient and he would cry. He's inconvenient and he would cry maybe for the first day, but he cannot stay crying.
Yeah.
You have to make him settle, you have to settle him.
Yeah.
So if the therapy can settle him, then it is a good therapy.
Hmm. Yeah.
You have to settle him. That is what it is.
Yeah.
So my phone is ringing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
So, so that is a big myth. Please do not don't make your child cry and learn. Your child will not get in. Nothing will get in his brain. So I do pull him out of any therapies that is making him cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
बच्चा रो रहा है, but he's crying, he's rolling on the floor, and the therapist is like, no, tell me what is this? Tell me what is this? Tell me. Okay, after 20 times, he's going to say, it is a shirt. It's not required. Your good therapy centers are those that give him space, give your child space. He or she is running around, and then in the child's comfort zone, the therapist is able to teach
Yeah.
or give. So that is something that please don't send your child to any therapy center that's making him cry. Please, I just yeah, crying is not going in. Nothing is going in his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, what are the small victories in Zayan's journey that mean the most to you? Moments that perhaps others might overlook that, you know, हाँ यही तो है, but that might feel huge for you.
First, I would say in 2022 when he replied to a stranger.
Wow.
It's a stranger, and that too with it was the complete correct grammatical. So, see, I'm telling you, my son is in borderline. He can speak complete grammatically correct sentences, but he's unable to.
Hmm.
There's so much going on, so many noises he can hear that those words they do not come out. And it affects his self-confidence as well. So some stranger asked, and I have written that in the book as well. So some stranger has asked, what are you doing? And we were looking for some cats. We were looking for a cat actually in the garden. So he looked up to her and he said, "Oh, we're looking for some cats." I was like, "Oh my God." I didn't, and that no prompt, nothing. So without prompt, he spoke the entire sentence. Otherwise, if somebody would ask, he would look and he said, "Cat."
Hmm.
Yeah, that's enough. अब निकालो, conclude करो, हमें नहीं पता cat है. But saying this entire thing was
Yeah.
victory. He is unable to understand Hindi,
Hmm.
right? Hindi is difficult. So, what happened is we tend to talk in English more, right? And when we start seeing that, okay, he can understand only one language, and that's English. With him, we were communicating in English. But outside word is not English, it's Hindi. So
Yeah.
then we are, of course, talking in Hindi, and we know that he cannot understand Hindi. So there are certain things that we say that we know that he doesn't understand. Now he's beginning to understand Hindi. Acha beta. Now he's using his brain. So now we are like, chalo chalte hain. So we were planning something to a trip. Chalo chalte hain. I just said this. And he was lying and he came up and he said, no chalte hain. No Vrindavan, no Jaipur, and he remembered the places which are close. So he knows that Mama has not packed her bags. Packing bags means going somewhere far.
Yeah.
Close, like which Mama just gets up and like we at times it's just like that. We get up and we say, okay, let's go to Vrindavan. Okay, let's go to Jaipur. So it's like I think okay, chalo yaar, let's go to Jaipur, and then we just pack a few because it's very close. We are in Delhi, Gurgaon. It's very close, so we'll just go. So he said, no, Vrindavan. No, Japan. For me, it took a while because he was like, Vrindavan. I'm saying, what is Vrindavan? I said, what, Zayan? What are you saying? So he thought a while. He said, no, Krishna. No, Krishna. No, Vrindavan. So for us, that was like I say, okay, now he's understanding Hindi. And I told my mate, now he's understanding Hindi. We have to find some other code language to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things we hide, we do to make sure that the routine is followed. So
Yeah. Yeah.
otherwise, if we leave for like 1 second, he's going to just go on his way. Is my
Yeah.
way or highway?
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah. Yeah.
put that in.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can see the pain. I know, I can understand you. I can understand you.
No, but I'm just seeing, I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, the when they start understanding the code language,
Hmm.
that's yeah.
So now
But
we have no my yeah we can also talk like this, with our
yeah,
eyes. So now when you'll understand eyes, then it's going to be difficult, and
yeah,
it would be soon. The way
yeah,
things are going, it's going to be very soon.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Tell me, Aparna, if you could sit across from your pre-parent self, the Aparna who had not yet begun this journey, what
hmm.
advice or insight would you have with for her?
Oh, it's not going to be easy, darling. No, don't think so. It's going to be easy. No, you're not going to master it. No. Whoever told you that? Oh, and yes, there is not going to be any village. It's
Hmm.
you alone. Be
Yeah.
prepared. Yeah,
Hmm.
nobody prepared me for that. It was boom.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, it is a beautiful journey." That is one thing I'm going to tell her. Don't be scared. It's going to be a beautiful journey. You do not know what love is till you have your own child.
Yeah.
Then you know what is love.
Yeah.
You're a mother, you would know.
Yeah.
You every day you'd be like, "Oh my God, how I
Yeah.
did this."
Yeah.
Especially in the case of neurodivergent parents, where everybody else is like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
In as many words, as many words. He's a troublemaker or she's a troublemaker. Get her out, throw her out, remove her from this place. She is causing disturbance. And there are families where father has left the mother and the child,
Yeah.
because he had Down syndrome, and so they detected Down syndrome, and mother still had the baby. So father said, "You have to choose, put him in a home or an orphanage or stay with me." So now
Wow.
she's divorced. Now she's divorced. She made a choice. She made a choice. So she chose to stay with a child who would never speak. She knows that he would not,
Yeah.
rather than with that person.
Yeah.
And what a
Yeah.
great choice. What a
Yeah.
great choice. And she's not the only one. I like, since then I've heard so many women, they came forward and said, "Hey, I left my husband because he said him or me." I said, "What are you saying?"
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you, and he's my everything. So you love somebody, like everybody is hating that person, and you just love, and you're ready to do everything, everything for that person. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell, be
Yeah.
your own person.
Yeah. Yeah. And finally, for my last question to you today, Aparna, if you could share one piece of wisdom with parents who might be walking a similar path, what would you want them to know?
First, educate yourself. Educate yourself, understand what is this. Right? Not only WhatsApp forward, actually read thoroughly. Read journals, read everything. Do not listen to all sorts of therapies, and be very, very be self-aware, be aware of your child. And second is trust your child. Trust your child.
Yeah.
Love him, her. Trust your child. That's the one thing. Don't just think whatever your therapy centers or your teachers or schools are telling is correct. Whatever your child is telling you is correct. So I trust my child. I look at him. I don't trust anybody else. That's
Yeah.
what.
I think that's
Uh,
beautiful. That goes for, parenting any
every
kind
child.
of child.
Every
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Please trust your children. Please trust your children. Don't make them go through childhood trauma where they're saying that, "Mama, I did not like this place. I don't want to go there." नहीं जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं क्यों जाना पड़ेगा? नहीं जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं जाना नहीं पसंद है. कोई बात नहीं बेटा. Don't go. Don't go. You do not like. Do not go. So that is my many almost I think 90% of people would not subscribe to the same idea to trust their children because they think that they know better. But I
Mm.
think kids, they know a lot more than we do. So
Yeah.
we should trust. We should
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah. Beautiful. Aparna, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today. It was really, really enlightening, I should say, to hear from you what your journey has been like and where are you in this phase. And
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neha. And like talking about it so openly, at least somebody talked about it. Thank you so much. Um, let's hope we also connect beyond podcast and we meet up sometime. Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Chaliye.
Let's do that. And to everyone listening, thank you for spending this time with us. If this conversation resonated with you, please share it with someone who might benefit from hearing it, another parent, a friend, or a family member. You can also follow Parenthood, subscribe to the podcast, and leave us a review. Until next time, this is Neha Garg signing off. Take care and bye bye.